It is time now for the Peter Channel New News Report on this Thursday afternoon, March 31st, 2016. Good afternoon, everybody. I am Peter Wiggins on your 12 o'clock news and odds. On this Thursday afternoon, and our top story at 12 noon is abortion gap underscores why Trump would not put Wisconsin in play during a general election. Rescue workers cut through parts of partially collapsed overpass in Kolkata, India on Thursday as a long section of a road overpass under construction collapsed Wednesday in a crowded Kolkata neighborhood with tons of concrete and steel slamming. The United States national team members, 5 top female players accused U.S. soccer of wage discrimination. Bernie Sanders instrumental in the LK problem when one simple graph. In The Hague, a United Nations tribunal on Thursday acquitted a Serbian national ideologue, Voza essentially of war crimes. The State Department of Bureau of Consular Affairs apologized to the tweets it sent out Wednesday that warned Americans of scams while traveling overseas. A ruling of South Africa's top court that President Jacob Zuma violated the Constitution doesn't mean he's leaving office anytime soon. An explosion Thursday rocked an area near a bus station in Turkey's mainly Kurdish region, killing at least 4 people in the latest violence that hit the country amid a strong suicide blast string. Another attacks report said. Moscow. Russian cabinet agents were after Thursday in Syria to mission to clear mines in the ancient town of Palmyra, which been recaptured from Islamic State militant defense that has proven military mine in Syria despite. The police escorted Ellen Mustafa from court in Lamaka, Cyprus on Wednesday. Non-storms rumbled across parts of the south on Thursday, bringing a threat to possible tornadoes day after that. At least 7 people were injured when severe storms spawned multiple tornado touchdowns in northeastern Oklahoma. In Chicago, Pier International Airport was reopened on Thursday morning after it was shut down for about 3 hours when a suspicious package was found inside the terminal. A car of fleeing police crashed by the defense and partially obstructed the tracks between the Walnut Creek and Pleasant Hill stations, causing major delays on the line, Thursday morning, officials said. One day after closing the campus due to a bomb threat, Quinn Sigmund Community College has again told students to leave campus as the shooter threat closes Quinn Sigmund Community College. In Galako, Somalia, a suicide bomb killed at least 6 people in Galako, Somalia, with an Islamic terrorist group Al-Shabaab taking responsibility. So there's more into North Korea's latest budget than meets the eye that the country could be hiding military expenditures, South Korea analysts said Thursday. Johannesburg, South African President Jacob Zuma violated the Constitution by ignoring a demand for repayment for home improvements, the country's highest court said. Moscow, CIA trained Ukrainian counterterrorism to attempt to infiltrate Russia's federal security bureau will be deported, the agency said Thursday. Seoul, core members of North Korea's bureaucracy could be facing critical food shortages in the wake of new sanctions. Kuala Lumpur, a court in Malaysia has rejected a bid by Malaysia Airlines to throw out a lawsuit filed by relatives of 3 people who went missing on Flight 370. Washington, the number of Americans who oppose hydraulic fracturing and fracking is up 11% in 2016 over 2015, a Gallup poll found. Los Angeles Spirit on Jimmy Kimmel Live, Republican presidential candidate Ted Cruz said, and joked he might consider running over his rival Donald Trump with a car. Tampa, Florida, a video has been released of an incident in which 2 skydivers collided midair during a 14,500-foot fall in Florida. Washington, Republican presidential frontrunner Donald Trump released a letter from his tax attorney Thursday saying, confirms he's admitting an audit by the IRS. Look at that local news. Foxborough police using a smartphone application tracked down a stolen SUV Wednesday evening as being driven by Interstate 93 by a 13-year-old. The teen fled state police down a highway and exited in Roxbury before he crashed into another vehicle, then tried to flee on foot before being apprehended and being tracked by state, Boston, and transit police. The teen stole a 2011 Chevy Tahoe from an apartment lot of the Inverness, Foxborough, YMCA, and Mechanic Street, and the owner reported to Foxborough police. Officers Sean Buckley, Kurt Polster, and Patrick Hoffman investigated a report and learned that the owner had left a smartphone in the car. Mansfield, a Norton woman was taken to Red Island Hospital in Portland late Wednesday night after she lost control of the car, which rolled in inside the DS curves on the road 140 South ramp to Interstate 495 as Allison Baker, age 44, to be charged with drunken driving following a rollover in Mansfield. In Providence, Rhode Island, the FBI resumed the investigation beyond a middle building in Providence. Officials returned to the area around Branch Avenue and Woodward Road on Thursday morning. They've been digging and searching since Tuesday, but so far declined to say exactly what they are looking for. Kristen Solera, spokeswoman for the FBI's Boston office, confirmed Thursday that its evidence response team that involves forensic experts involved in the investigation, but declined to comment further. She's purposely stressed there is no threat to public safety. Boston and former Boston woman who pleaded guilty to a royal scheme to steal personal information plans of the human resources consultant firm where she worked. Amazon this morning announced expansion to its Dash Button product line. This Wi-Fi connected push button devices that let you buy products when it's set with just a press. General Electric Company's GE Capital Finance arm on Thursday asked for the U.S. government to stop designating it as a systematically important financial institution label for companies considered too big to fail now it has less. Shanghai, Hong Kong, SB got for its outlook for China's sovereign credit rating on Thursday night, recovered from stable but maintained a rating at AA-, saying that the government reform agency is on track but likely to proceed more slowly than expected. Federal Reserve Chair Janet Yellen indicated earlier this week that the central bank should move cautiously in raising rates, as the news spurred investors to purchase government bonds, sending yields lower. London, Britain is backing the establishment of joint venture company to support development of Oman support and the naval vessels. Rome, the Philippine Navy is procuring two Augusta Westland AW-159 helicopter conversion anti-submarine and sub-warfare worth about $113.1 million. Doha, United Arab Emirates, the Qatar Emirate Naval Force has signed a memorandum of understanding with MBDA for a $724 million coastal defense system that they use as exercise of Mate missiles. New York, moment in oil prices in early Thursday trading was influenced possibly by bank forecasts but debited by supply side strains brought on by Iran. Moscow, Russian oil company Rosenfest said on Thursday that its gain in 2015 net profit and decline the debt meant that it was performing well against a weak market backdrop. Tripoli, despite the fundamentals of the oil-based economy weak, the United Nations and Western leaders expressed support for prosperity in Libya. Laying bar, limestone cave in Indonesian island forest as archaeological excavation in progress. Scientists are warning that West Antarctic ice sheet collapse potentially causes sea levels to rise more than 49 feet by 2,500. When you think of tadpoles, you probably don't think of things wiggling in the sand, but that's exactly where Mercury tadpoles live, according to a new study. Little guys burrow down in the sand and spend everything in the dark. The map reveals an extreme temperature swing from one side of the planet to the other and hints at a possible reason for this presence of lava flows. Manhattan and Christian Run pregnancy office worried about having to disclose instantaneous abortion and emergency contraception stance to patients has settled in suit against New York City. While more than 50% of the U.S. population is female, as recently as 3 decades ago, women's health was neglected in laws and public policy that research mentioned in clinical settings. About half of the patients treated with Verticlips had significant reduction in the number of joints affected by arthritis after 12 weeks of treatment. New York French drug maker Jennifer S.A. on Thursday said it would begin the mid-stage trial of the year of the experimental drug to treat biocholangitis of chronic disease, which bile ducts in the liver are gradually destroyed. Okay, look at that. Stop my report here. 1208. The Dow, so far, it's up 34.14 points at 17,750.80. S&P 500 up 3.46 points at 2,067.41. And Nasdaq up 18.73 points at 4,088.03. European markets DAX down 81.10 points at 9965.51. FTSE down 20.27 points at 6,174.90. CAC 40 down 59.36 points at 4,385.06. Asia markets. Nikkei down 120.29 points at 16,758.67. Shanghai up 3.33 points at 3,004.38. HSI down 26.69 points at 2,027.76.70. Oil markets. 3.71 up 39 cents. Brent 39.70 up 44 cents. And natural gas down 1,000 points at 1.981. Gold market. Up 8.40 at 12.37. Silver 50.42 up 209,000 a point. And copper down 6,000 points at 2.184. Bonds US 10-year yield 1.8036 down 26,000 point. German 10-year yield 0.154% down 2,000 point. And Germany's 10-year yield 0.072% below at 1.7 up. FX bonds European US dollar 1.1389 up 53,000 point. US dollar Germany's yen 112.42 and change in Great Britain pound US dollar 1.4378 up 2,000 point. Looking at commodities. Wheat 4.59 3/4 down 4 1/4. Soybean 902 1/4 down 6 3/4. Corn 357.25 down 9 3/4. Sugar down 20 cents at 15.67. Coffee 1.10 down at 125.90. Cotton down 13 cents at 57.54. Wheat rice up 4 cents at $10.07. Cocoa down 27 at $2.947. Live cattle 122.725 down 35 cents. Lean ox 8.40 down $1.15 and FD cattle 150.375 down 375,000 point. Peter Children's time is now 12:11. Time for spot support. Tonight, the Boston Celtics will be at Portland, Oregon, taking on the Portland Trailblazers at game time 10 o'clock, which is 7 o'clock their time. Los Angeles, Kobe Bryant has seen enough in the past 2 decades to realize that the effective twist fate could have a career, or the twist of the knee. As of the leaked video alleged showing Nick Young managed cheated on fiancé Iggy Azalea went foul, the NBA star responded to the scandal press conference for the Los Angeles Lakers, and the rapper let off steam on his back. Sacramento John Wall was abundantly clear before the Washington Wizards stepped into the fourth street train arena on Wednesday night. They needed to win the remaining 3 games of the West Coast trip, starting against Sacramento Kings, and they lost. Peter Children's time 12:11. Time for a Trevor report. Let's take a look at the maps here on this. Thursday afternoon, and looking at downtown Providence and vicinity, it is looking good. And on the Newport Bridge on both ends, it's a little slow due to some road work. Southeastern Massachusetts highways are looking good, except on 140 on the northbound side, a little slow both for Route 79 in Lakeville, Route 6 from Summerton on lanes, 20 is looking good from Borden to Falmouth, Borden to Saginaw bridges are looking good. Mass parking on the westbound side, a little slow from the Southeast Expressway all the way to the east. Pruitt Tunnel doing an accident, mass parking on the westbound side around Fenway Park, so expect some delays. 93 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Stoneham stretch. 239 on the westbound side, a little slow after 495 in Lawrence. I-84 on the eastbound side, slow before the Mass Pike in Sturbridge. Mass Pike in the interchange with I-91, a little slow in Chicopee. Mass Pike on the westbound side, a little slow after I-91 in Chicopee. Down in Connecticut, I-84 on the eastbound side, it is a little slow. Around the Middlebury stretch, I-84 on the eastbound side, a little slow for the Newtown stretch. Route 59 on the westbound side, a little slow before Route 57 in Norwalk, Connecticut. 95 on the southbound side, a little slow around Fairfield stretch. And Merritt Parkway in the westbound side, southbound side, a little slow after Route 7 in Norwalk. Highways and byways in New York City. Starting off in Manhattan, where 98 is slow from Hell's Kitchen all the way out to 8th Avenue and 7th Street near the High Line. And West Side Highway, it's a little slow between the Holland Tunnel and 478 around the Well Train side. FDR Drive, it's slow between 478 and the Williamsburg Bridge. 278 on both ends, it is eastbound side 278, it's slow between Sunset Park and all the way at the Long Expressway. 278 on the westbound side, it is slow from Long Island Expressway all the way out to the Brooklyn Bridge. For Long Expressway on the westbound side, a little slow from Long City all the way at the East Midtown Manhattan. Long Expressway on the eastbound side, slow from Fletcher and Meadows, Quinlan Park all the way to 678. Jackie Watson Parkway is slow from Queens all the way to Forest Hills. Belt Parkway is slow from JFK Airport all the way at the Belt Parkway, and Belt Parkway eastbound side, it is slow from Brooklyn all the way at the JFK Airport. 678 on an eastbound westbound side, a little slow for the Flushing stretch. FDR Drive, southbound side, it is slow from Harlem all the way at Route 25. I-87 on both ends, it is slow from 95 all the way at the Bronx. 90 Bucks River Parkway, a little slow around Route 95. In Pelham Bay, 95 on the southbound side, so from Bronx to George Washington Bridge. 95 on the northbound side, so from I-87 all the way to 278. Lincoln Tunnel on the eastbound side, it is slow. New Jersey Turnpike, it's looking good from New York City all the way out to the Delaware. Works up in the New Jersey Turnpike on the southbound side, a little slow around the Delaware Bridge in Delaware. Garden State Parkway, it is looking good from Wildwood all the way up to New York City, and the Pennsylvania Turnpike is looking good from Philadelphia to Pittsburgh. New York State Thruway is looking good from New York to Erie, Pennsylvania, and I-87 on the southbound side, it's a little slow after the Canadian border in New York State, and I-89 on the southbound side, a little slow after the Canadian border, and 395 on both ends, a little slow on the Bangor main stretch. Okay, look at MBTA alerts at 12:15. 15. Subway system hits London commuter rail, Worcester train 5:15, 11:55 a.m. from South Station expected to operate 15-20 minutes beyond skills between Newtonville and Worcester. Worcester train 5:18, 10:40 a.m. from Worcester is operating 20-25 minutes beyond skills between Grafton and South Station due to track work. And Newburyport line train 164, 11:06 a.m. from Newburyport is operating 5 to 10 minutes late between Newburyport and North Station and on ferries. They are looking good. Peter Chell News on 12:15 p.m. on this Thursday afternoon. It's time now for a weather report, and it is a beautiful spring-like day, but don't let them, because it's windy yet, but enjoy this beautiful weather with a touch of wind, because, oh my, you never know what is going to be coming in a couple of days. Right now, our current conditions here in North Massachusetts at 12:16 p.m. 66 degrees at temperature, first gas, humidity 47%, wind speed southwest to 18, gusts to 30 miles an hour, barometer 20 by 97 inches, visibly up 10 miles of Duper, about 45 degrees. Okay, look at current conditions. It is 64 degrees at Logan Airport in Boston at 65, in Bedford 64, in Beverly 62 in Gloucester, 64 in Fitchburg, 61 in Worcester and Sturbridge at 66 in Norwood at 64 in Taunton and Plymouth, 61 in New Bedford at 64 in Falmouth, 55 in Chatham and Provincetown, 57 in Martha's Vineyard, 56 in Nantucket, 64 in Smithfield, 63 in TF Green, 61 in Westlake, 55 in Blockon, it's 59 in Montauk, 58 in Islip, 56 in New York City, 57 in Bridgeport, 58 in New Haven, it's 61 in Denbury and Waterbury, it's 61 in Meriden and Hartford, Connecticut, 63 in Winslow, 62 in Springfield, 63 out in Greenfield, Massachusetts, 60 in Athol, Mass, 58 in North Adams, 56 in Pittsfield, 55 in Albany, New York, 57 in Silver Springs and Rutland, Vermont, 56 in Bennington, 57 in Brattleboro, Vermont, 54 in Lebanon, New Hampshire, 57 in Laconia, New Hampshire, 61 in Concord, New Hampshire, 65 in Manchester, New Hampshire, 61 in Keene, New Hampshire, 56 in Japan, New Hampshire, 64 degrees in Nashua and parts of Manchester, 56 degrees up in Portland, Maine. Look at that. The surface map around the country. Stationary front from Alberta stretching in for western Wyoming, merging with a low pressure system and a cold front from Wyoming, stretching out South Dakota, merging with a stationary front with a low pressure from northeast to South Dakota, stretching all the way down for eastern Ontario, merging with a cold front from northern Quebec. And another cold front from Mexico, stretching down through eastern Iowa, and a stationary front around Wisconsin, merging with a warm front from northern Michigan, stretching in eastern Ontario, down in the northern New York and upstate New York and the northern New England, and stretching out to sea. And another stationary front down in southern Florida. And a low pressure down in Texas, front of body with a low pressure system from southern California, stretching in Arizona, stretching in into the Gulf of California. And front of body from eastern Montana, eastern Manitoba, stretching down to the Dakotas. And we got low pressure central Iowa, northwestern Michigan, and western Wyoming, and northeast and South Dakota. And we got a ridge of high pressures. One ridge from eastern Pacific Northwest and stretching out Intraman region, and another high pressure center up in northern Ontario. That is the cold air, and that is going to bring us a brief shot of cold air for early next week. Yep, I know it's April. In New England, it's springtime, but Mother Nature can have its tricks when it comes to shooting down some winter air down in New England. It's going to be temporary. 55 degrees at temperature out in Detroit, 54 in Pittsburgh, it's 67 degrees out in Washington, D.C., 68 out in Atlanta, 81 in Miami, Florida, 77 in Brownsville, 65 in Dallas, Texas, 53 in Kansas City, 45 in Omaha, Nebraska, 59 in Chicago, 40 in Minneapolis, St. Paul, 35 in Great Falls, Montana, 49 in Seattle, 41 in Salt Lake City, 33 in Denver, 38 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, 60 degrees out in Phoenix, 54 in Los Angeles, and 55 in San Francisco. And 49 out in Seattle. Okay, look at that. Look at that radar, and it shows a line of rain showers stretching from eastern Nova Scotia, stretching to northern New Brunswick, and stretching up to northern New England and southern Quebec, and stretching on upstate New York, and scribbling down from Ontario, stretching all the way down through the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and a line of rain showers from northern Illinois, stretching in the northeast and the northern portions of Iowa, stretching down for southeastern Minnesota, down for Wisconsin, merging with some storm sleet from northwest Wisconsin, stretching up to the UP of Michigan, rain showers in the northern Minnesota with some snow showers in the northeastern portions of Minnesota, some snow showers in North Dakota, and some rain showers in eastern South Dakota, stretching down from Nebraska. A lot of rain showers from southern Arizona down from New Mexico and western Texas. Rain showers coming from southeastern Colorado, stretching down Nebraska down from South Dakota. Snow showers from eastern and western portions of Colorado, stretching to Wyoming, and rain, sleeted snow showers throughout Montana, and some rain showers west of Salt Lake City, Utah. And patchy snow showers central and southeastern portions of Saskatchewan and down for southern Manitoba. And take a look at a satellite loop. Shows a line of clouds coming from New England, stretching to Maine through the Great Lakes and stretching to Maine to the Gulf states. Another line of clouds around the Bahamas. Another line of clouds from the intermountain region, stretching up in the Northern Rockies and the Dakotas, and stretching down over the Great Lakes. And line of clouds from southern British Columbia, stretching to Maine for Western Ontario. All right, look at the weather note. High wind warning until 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. Boston South Shore, Cape Cod, Rhode Island. Wind advisory, Boston North and West. And clouds thickening up tonight. Showers late Thursday. Heavy rain tomorrow a.m. and few rumbles of thunder. And I'm expecting this afternoon's highs to be 60 to 70 degrees. Tonight's lows to be 50 to 60 degrees. And tomorrow's highs 60 to 67 degrees. Okay, look at forecast discussion. Low pressure entering in the Great Lakes combined with high pressure offshore will bring a warm air mass. In the New England day and Friday winds, strong southwest winds. A cold front will trigger widespread showers of the air tonight and Friday, with a wave of low pressure forms on the front Saturday and brings the risks of another round showers. A clip of low wind and the other front sweep across the area Saturday night and Sunday morning, accompanied by some scattered rain and snow squalls behind the front and unseasonably cold air mass. Overspread region and blustery northwest winds of wave of low pressure tracks on the near the south coast and New England late Monday into Tuesday, bringing the risk of rain and snow to the area. A new up until 6 p.m. this evening. Went ahead and upgraded wind advisory to a high wind warning and extended a wind advisory to another county tier to LJ of near 56 knots at 925 millibars that will result in a sound gust across the region. Latest buffet sound and show better mix across the southeast Massachusetts and Rhode Island. To increase forecaster confidence and high wind warning criteria, pre-gusts gusts of between 50 and 60 miles will result in damage across the area. Also, expanded the wind advisory mainly for higher elevation of Worcester, Middlesex, and Windham counties will show tapped into a strong jet. Since mixing it better with this will allow the boosting temperatures. Believe a good portion of the region to be seated up at 60s and 70s away from the south coast back to the office. In Taunton with 37 mile per hour wind gusts. And looking at the wind gusts so far, Boston's got 43 mile per hour gusts, Belly at 36, Bedford at 35, Worcester gusts up to 44 miles an hour. Falmouth gusts up to 48 miles an hour, Provincetown at 36, and Martha's Vineyard at 56. Quantum Point at 37 miles an hour. So it's a windy day end. But the high winds and trees could lead to power outages as we take a look at. Alright, look at how many people in the dark from National Grid. 269 customers in the dark without any power. $114 of them are in the Chelmsford area. And in Eversource, 3,436 customers in the dark. 1,391 customers are in the Boston area, and 1,141 customers are in the Marshfield area. And we got a high wind warning effect until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. That's the National Weather Service in Taunton District high wind warning, which is effective until 9 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time this evening. The wind advisory is no longer in effect. Southeast Massachusetts as well as all Rhode Island. This includes the Boston Providence quarter. Southwest winds about 50 to 25 miles, gusts up to 55 to 60 miles an hour. Time of development this morning that persisted in the evening hours. The strongest winds about midday in the afternoon as it includes the pool touch with dodge limits of power outages, drive challenges for high profile vehicles. High wind water position with sustained winds off 40 miles expected at least an hour, when gusts up to 58 miles or greater at any time. As damage to trees, power lines, and property of possible winds of this magnitude, power outages are likely. Take action now to secure any loose outdoor objects. And how's the weather out day 1 today? Time. Wind advisory day 2 7 Friday for Wednesday. No, how's the weather expected at time? And Massachusetts fire weather officials have advised an elevated fire spread potential today with warmer temperatures and strong southwest winds across the state this evening, and sustained 15-25 mile gusts with upwards of 35 miles per across western Massachusetts, 45-55 miles across for down eastern and southeastern areas of Massachusetts will elevate fire weather potential. But relative humidity values ranging around 40 to 60%, roughly north to south across the state will help moderate ignition potential, keep fire weather thresholds below watch or warning criteria. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. But this afternoon, most of skies have about 69 degrees. Breeze with a southwest with about 18 and 21 miles an hour with a gust as high as 60 miles an hour. Tonight, chance of showers may after midnight. Punch back up to 2 a.m. Otherwise, increased skies about 55 degrees. Southwest about 17 miles gust high, 39 miles an hour. Chance of 50%. New precipitation less than 7 inches possible. Friday, showers likely to possibly a thunderstorm. Punch back before 11 a.m. Otherwise, gust skies have about 64 degrees. Southwest about 16 to 18 miles gust high, 30 miles an hour. Chance of 6%. New rain from about 3.25 inches possible. Friday night, chance of showers mainly before 11 p.m. Most gusts got about 45 degrees. South was about 6 to 11 miles. Becoming light variable after midnight. Chance of 40%. New precipitation less than 7 inches possible. For Saturday, chance of showers. Most gusts got about 55 degrees and becoming southwestern 5 to 9 miles an hour in the afternoon. Winds get gusts high 23 miles. Chance of 40%. Sorry, and chance of showers. The thunderstorms also possible after 1 a.m. Most clouds got about 35 degrees and chance of 30%. Sunday, chance of showers before 1 p.m. Part Sunday, most clear skies are turning cold, about 42 to about 24 degrees. Chance of 40%. Monday, chance of snow before noon, then a chance of rain and snow between noon and 3 p.m. Then a chance of rain after 3 p.m. Most of the skies got about 41 degrees. Chance of 30%. Monday night, chance of rain before midnight, then a rain and snow likely. Most skies got about 28 degrees and chance of 30 to 60%. Tuesday, chance of snow with most scattered podcasts got about 37 about 22 degrees. Chance of is 50%. And for Wednesday, South skies about 41 degrees. Hitters, weather phrase of the day. A warm and windy Thursday in store, and 8-foot rain coming tomorrow. That's the pay. Hope you have a good afternoon, good positive. Have a good day.